Hi everybody, welcome to the Makeup Chair. Today's video is about a one brush technique of applying your moisturizer, your primer, your foundation, your concealer, your powder, your bronzer and your blush using just one brush. It takes you less than 10 minutes because you are only using one brush. I hope that you guys enjoy it. It's super quick, super fast. Just keep watching. First thing I'm using is by Blank Canvas Cosmetics, and this is the F20 brush. It is super soft, really smooth. Works with mineral powdered foundations as well, but I prefer using it with my liquid. I'm going to start by taking some of my moisturizer and placing it on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to swirl my brush in. What this does is kind of soften the brush up, making sure that it's ready for applying the liquid. Otherwise, a lot of your liquid foundation can be just absorbed. So I'm just going to stipple this over my face. I've already applied a little bit with my fingertips already, but this is just a little bit extra. Then I'm also going to take my primer and do the same thing. I'm going to mix up my foundation. I usually mix up my Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation with the Bourjois Healthy Mix concealer. And I'll just mix these up in the back of my hand like this, kind of spread them out. Whatever's left over in your fingertips, just apply it where you want the most coverage. Then take your brush and dab it in here. And then start to stipple over the face. And stippling will give you a lot of coverage, and a swirling motion will give you kind of a lighter coverage. So where you want full coverage, dab it and stipple it on. And then when you want to blend from the outer corner, of the face, just kind of blend and swirl. Once I've done that, I'm going to take a little bit more of my concealer. And I'm going to dab the concealer where I need a little bit extra coverage, just like this. Then take my brush and just pat it in. And you also want to make sure that you blend this down the neck as well. Once my skin is evened out, I'm going to take my pressed powder and just set it. I'm going to use the same brush again. Just dab it in. Dab it on the areas that you need some extra coverage or you want to reduce shine. And then also remember to buff away to make sure you don't get that cakey look as well. You also want to make sure that you place a little bit of powder over the top of where you concealed so that it's set and it's going to stay there. And then take your brush and go with downward strokes down the face, and this will just make sure that all the little hairs in the face are lying flat. Next I'm going to take my bronzer, and I'm using the same brush again. You don't have to apply bronzer, but if you are applying bronzer, I would say to apply it before you apply your brush, especially if you're doing the one brush technique. Because if you apply blush before you apply your bronzer is going to have a pink tone in it, and you don't want that. And I'm just applying it just out here by the ear, and then blending it and putting a little bit onto the apples of the cheeks and blending that as well. And I'm also going to buff it to the top of the face as well, and this is just going to make my forehead look a little bit shorter. Then I'm going to take my blush, using the same brush again. I'm going to smile and get it onto the apples, and then just work it up, and this will lift the face. So that's the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will put in the down bar what I used on my eyes, and if you want to have a look to see what this lip gloss is that I'm wearing, it's in my Friday favorites, which I will link up here. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Shania Katie, and thank you for watching.